What's up, guys, and welcome back to Green Bay for our final game of the season as we come back home to face the Vikings in Week 18 to see if we can double our win total from 1 to 2. I know, not impressive at all, but realistically, that's the only goal that we have in this video. Now, of course, again, final game of the season, we have our season wrap-up. Thankfully, it says our reward is going to be some XP, and we could definitely use it just to improve a little bit. So thank you, Agent. It's good to know that you actually still care about us. 2,200 receiving yards and 22 touchdowns. That does not sound right. We have more than that. I feel like that might be glitched out a little bit. Because we know that we've already broken the record. We are over 24 touchdowns. And I don't know what our agent has been watching. Apparently he hasn't given a damn about us. He just knows that we're just going to be his cash cow. Either way, though, we get a little bit of XP. That's great. Again, we need to remember that we did end up setting the record for receiving touchdowns and also for receiving yards again. It's not going to show it to us, but hey, at least we know in the back of our minds that we are an absolutely dominant wide receiver this season. As you can see right there, 2,600 yards and 26 touchdowns. Again, no idea what our agent was looking at, but apparently he wasn't looking at the right stat sheet. Now, obviously, the Vikings are still a pretty good team. Their record might not reflect that, but they're still a really great team with a lot of really good weapons. Obviously, Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, two of their best receivers. And look at that, Marquise Brown actually slots in there as well. All of them with around 800 yards and multiple touchdowns. But per usual, we don't give a damn about their offense. We just care about their defense, which is absolutely dominant. Hassan Reddick, dude, 13 TFLs, 9.5 sacks. McNeil, 12 TFLs and 6 sacks. Absolutely insane, man. They get in the backfield quite a bit. And even Dallas Turner has 6 sacks as well. So, yeah, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble here. But it's still a game that I think is very winnable. Obviously, they have a really good secondary as well. But, hey, we've proven that we can still get around their secondary. We can burn some guys for some good yards and some good touchdowns. We just need to make sure that we really minimize the mistakes. And with Mac Jones at the helm, yeah, it's going to be a little more easier said than done, I guess. But either way, the Vikings are a great team. Their defense is very dominant. But again, when you're going up against a wide receiver like us, hopefully that's not going to matter too much. You know, it's still going to make a difference, as we saw. We lost to them earlier in the season. But again, we're not going to worry about that now. It's a brand new week, brand new game. Any given Sunday, any team can win. And hopefully we can do that at home against the Vikings. Now, if we're going to improve anything in this game, I think it's definitely going to have to be the catching. But which one do we want to take the minus to? The catch in traffic or the spec catch? Honestly, especially with this secondary, I think we need that catch in traffic. So let's take the -5 to spec catch. That sucks, I know. But at the same time, again, we need that buff to our catching. And we cannot risk not being able to catch the ball in traffic. So again, like I said, it's going to be a big game against the Vikings. They're an 85 overall. They're not going to hit 500. So they don't have much to play for this season. But we have a little bit to play for. And that's to have multiple wins on the season. It's been really pathetic, but hey, you know what? That's Green Bay football for you. Let's go out there, let's double our win total, and let's see if we can end the season on a high note. So good to see that we're going to get a chance to actually score first, and hopefully, there we go, and actually make a really great impression at the beginning of this game. Because again, this is a game where we really need this win. If not, then, man, we're going to have a very pathetic season. There we go. I don't know why I tried to spin right there. But, hey, that's 2 straight receptions. We're past midfield. And we got 23 yards. It's not bad. Better than usual at this point. But remember, we had a good, 5 or 6 games with, a rookie wide receiver. Oh, there we go. That's another reception. So let's go play action here. Again, I know we haven't really run all season, but, hey, they don't necessarily know that. Why are you throwing that Mac? What are you doing? Oh, we're getting held. Come on. Someone, please. Hey, you know what, though? That wasn't on us. That's at least fully on Mac. And, yeah, that's not a good start to the game. At least they only got a field goal out of that. And now we just have to find a way to get closer to the first down. So I think that's going to be the last play of the first. We're going to let this run down to the end of the first quarter. With a tough secondary like this, I'm actually not surprised he threw an interception regardless. Oh, no. Oh, should have hit me over there. Oh, well, we still got the first down. Okay. And we got it up to midfield. So, okay. My bad. I think I'm just in that very selfish mindset right now when we're really trying to just win this game. That's the main... Oh, that was not... That was supposed to be a double move, but you only hit us after the first one. Still caught it, which is great, but that was not necessarily what we were looking for. We'll take the 9 yards, though. We got 4 so far. Oh, no, you idiot. That's kind of on me, but at the same time, why would you still throw that, man? Well, now we're down by 10. That's fantastic. And unfortunately, we end up getting sacked on that one. We do not have a lot of time here, unfortunately, but that's all right. As long as I don't get the ball back this half, then I'll be happy with that. All right, way to hit him out in the flat. Let's pick up a block. And that wasn't much of a block, but hell. 3rd and 13. Guys, we are not going to run for this. We are not waving the white flag here. I am sorry. That's just not going to be the case. So we have to find a way to pick this up. 3rd and 13. Let's try to run one of those stupid-ass routes that we run. There we go, like that. And we're going to get that, and we're going to keep this drive going. Sorry, I am not just punting it back. I'm not going 3 and out against these guys again. All right, we're already down 10. We only have like 1/2 of football to play. Come on, we need to do our best here. I swear I did not call for that, but he hit me. I'll take it. Let's go. We just got to continue to do it. And the clock's winding down a little bit. We do have 3 timeouts, which is good, but the question is, when are we going to use them? Why are you throwing it to me again? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that we're getting the ball and you know, he's looking our way. At the same time, it would be extremely nice to get bigger gains than just 9. And unfortunately, we have to waste our first timeout right there. But 27 seconds left. At least we're really close to the end zone. I was going to say at the very least we're going to get a field goal, but I don't even trust a field goal from our kicker. He's f***ed us over so many times before. And he's going to get it out to that side. Oh! Let's go! Let's hurry it up, guys. Oh, that's a big misplay on my part. Forget that when you hurry up, it actually speeds up the clock a bit more. And I should have just called the timeout there. Instead, we're going to kick a field goal and only be down 7. The good news, though, is that they coughed the ball up right away in the second half, and we're down in the red zone. Can we score? No, I would not have been open on the post. I would not have been. But hey, we pick up 9 on that one. And now we just need something short. Plus, we're on the 10-yard line. Why are we on this side of the field? You know what? We're going to change the play up just a little bit because I don't like that slot screen. We've run that before, and we've gotten f***ed on that one before. So let's just go with this, and let's just get in here for the first down. Let's go. We just needed that little one. I'm okay with that. Now we got a fresh set of downs, and we should be able to finish it off right here. We're going on the in and up. Just hit us on the in. I think we're going to be okay. I think we can get in the end zone on this one. Let's go. We sure can. And that's how we tie the game up, with us getting in the end zone. Not quite at 100 yet, but at least we got a score. And hey, we actually have a chance of winning this game. Of course, they would end up responding, which is not good. But we can respond yet again as well. I know we were covered, but we're coming back for that. No shot! He actually hit someone for a deep pass? And it wasn't us? Okay, we'll take that. Way to go, Watson. Nice ball right there. Oh, yeah, he just beat his defender. I don't know who was supposed to be there on him, but he certainly wasn't there. And, hey, we tie it back up again. This might be a back-and-forth game. And our defense held them to just a field goal, so we have a chance to go up here. Ooh. Oh, my gosh, we actually put a nice little move on him. But we can go up here if we end up getting in the end zone. But that would require us to get in the end zone. And it has not been very common. Well, it has been for us. But for us as a team, not so much. Oh, you lofted that. But you better believe we're going to be there to catch that. We're too damn good for that. And now that is double-digit receptions and over 100 yards on the game. Let's see if we can get in the end zone one more time as well, though. Oh, man, to be able to actually win this last game would be really nice. Again, I said at the beginning of the season I would not be happy with one win. And unfortunately, that's all we've really seen this year. We got a little bit of speed. If we would add a little bit more, we would have been able to get around them. But hell, that's a nice little gain on the slant there. And we're really cooking here. That was another 20 yards. That's pretty nice. If we can get that on every play, man, I would be pretty damn happy. Hit us on the drag. Bro, you you didn't give us enough time on that one. Give us just a split second more, and I think we could have actually gotten the outside. At least some kind of lane out there. Instead, we only pick up 6 on that. Ooh, but we're kind of left alone out here. We could actually just go for a, probably like a little out right here. There it is. But unfortunately, there is a flag. Question is, what's it going to be? Offsides, let's go. All right, that is actually huge. We are going to end up declining that because we had a really good gain on it. So, let's capitalize on that. We're on the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's get into the end zone right here. Go in. There we go. On that same play, too. Our second score of the game, and finally, we actually have a lead in the game. And it's against... What kind of dance is that? And it's against a division rival. Let's go. And the defense may have just closed the door, but they do have 3 timeouts, and we need to get another first down or 2. So let's get a block right here. As we only end up picking up 1 yard on that? That is not good, and we're going to let that run down to the 2-minute warning. Now is when they're going to start taking their timeout, so we're actually going to go for that jet sweep. Uh-oh, they were there to meet us, and that did not fool them at all. And now 3rd and 7. Which means that we're going to actually have to find a way to pick this up through the air. But what play is going to allow us to do that? I don't know. We're going to go for levels, though. We're on this side of the field. Oh, shoot. Okay, that's fine. 3rd and 7. Let's go. We need to pick this up. Oh, hit me over here. Let's go. And that, I think, is going to start to put the end of the game. Unfortunately, we ended up going out on that one. But it's all right. Let's just continue to run it. They only have 2 timeouts. So we're going to be good. Let's just run the ball. And let's just hope that that's going to close this game out. Is it a boring way to close the game? Yeah, absolutely. But, hell, a win's a win. And like I said before, we really need to pick some of those up. Because that has not been something we've been able to do, or been able to do well this season. Now, come on. Let's go for this one more time. It might not fool them, but again, it's going to keep the clock running, and it keeps us involved in the game without having to run a pass play. Because I know Mac really is great at really throwing picks. So let's kind of take the ball out of his hands there. But right now, we really need to end up picking up the first down one more time. One more first down seals it, and we end up getting the win. 3rd and 8. Let's go. We need to pick this up. There we go. Nice. Hang on to the ball. And that is how we're going to close this game out. Not only do we get 2 of our big scores, but we also close the game out with 175 and 16 receptions. And now they're taking us off the field, and my guess would be they're just going to go and take a couple knees and take this dub. And boom. There it is. For the first time this season since I think it was like week 2 or 3. We finally come away with a win. And Green Bay should be happy with this. We got it at home. We ended up getting an A- on our player report. So, pretty damn happy about that. I'm glad we're actually able to accomplish the 1 goal that we had for this week. And that was to pick up a win. Wow, McCarthy, not the best game. 79 with the touchdown and interception. We saw that one actually set us up for that first score. But Jones, not bad. 319, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, both of which were his fault. We did have a couple runs on the ground. Mac, obviously, all 3 of those were knees. But Josh ended up having 2 runs for 1 yard. And look at us, our leading rusher with 4 yards. And not just that, but our leading receiver as well. Now, thankfully for Watson, if he didn't have that 170-yard touchdown catch, no one else would have broken 35 yards. But look at us, 184. I thought it was 170-something, but either way, we'll take that. We got our 2 touchdowns. We got ourselves a win. Now, question is, in the offseason, are we staying or are we going? Oh, well, we actually get to address the media now. Nice, stat boosts and quests, huh? I don't think that's going to matter too much because this is our last game of the season. But still, I'm going to be interested to see what this does and see if we can actually get anything for the future. And question is, are we actually going to bring this guy into the future? Or are we going to go with a different series? We'll find out soon. But how are we feeling? Oh my gosh, man, we got to be humble. That was our 2nd win of the season in 18 weeks. Be humble, please. talented group of guys. Yeah, dude, honestly, this should make us seem more attracted to other teams to want to, trade for us. No, that is more than 22 on the year, ma'am. We're actually, I believe, 28. And I will say, I'm very proud. Very proud. I could play it off, but no, man. You gotta gas yourself up every once in a while. There isn't a DB in the... Oh, that's actually very true. That's actually very true. And yes, we are a star and a pillar of this team. Hopefully a pillar that will not be here next season. Coach, I appreciate that, but you got to give the team the credit. Because I want you guys to get rid of me. Please. I want to go... I don't care what fucking team we go to. I will go to any other city. You can even send me up to Buffalo. Get rid of Josh Allen and all those guys. I don't care. I just want to get out of Green Bay. I'm just saying Buffalo because, man, that's got to be a horrible city to live in terms of, like, weather, you know? I'm sure it's a beautiful city in general, though. Either way, though, let's advance the week. We know damn well we're not in the playoffs, so we're not going to be in the wild card. We won't be in, any of the conference championships or even in the Super Bowl. So, let's get forward and let's see what ends up happening during this offseason. We'll see what we're going to end up doing with this series going forward, but at least we want to see what we could possibly see in the next season. So we're just going to continue to advance. Once we get to the Super Bowl, I'll look at all the matchups that ended up happening. And actually, we'll do that after seeing who ended up making the Pro Bowl. Because if we didn't for some reason, I would be extremely surprised. We should be that number 1 receiver, and as we scroll down, we are right there. Thank you. Okay, I was a little worried there, because I would have thought that our name would have been highlighted, but that's not the case. But there we are, number 1 receiver, along with Ayuk, Hopkins, and of course, St. Brown. I can't believe it's a 98. And oh my gosh, Kyle Pitts. That's probably not a team he's going to end up seeing, not the way he's been dropping the ball lately. Oh, hey, Caleb Williams ended up being the quarterback for the NFC. Hopefully that's going to be a precursor for the future. Either way, though, let's look at the playoff bracket quickly. Oh, wow, look at this really, really fun Super Bowl matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Wow, who would have seen that coming? I don't think we've seen a Super Bowl like that in years. And by that, I mean like 2. Either way, good for them. Let's see who ends up winning. Oh, but actually, let's look at the yearly awards quickly. Obviously, we did not win MVP. That is very unfortunate. But we did finish number 5. And as a wide receiver up here with all of these quarterbacks, I'm actually really proud of that. That's actually great. Congratulations, Coach Tomlin. You deserve it. But of course, looking at the NFC, we are Offensive Player of the Year. Of course, Hurts is going to have to take a backseat to us. Parsons is Defensive Player of the Year, and then Rookie of the Year is a guy from the Saints, and then Defensive is a guy from the Giants. Obviously, no one from our team is going to be in the running for any of these because outside of us, our team was absolutely atrocious. But let's advance into the offseason. Let's see who actually wins the Super Bowl. Again, can Philadelphia get their revenge on Kansas City? And they do not! Wow, I'm surprised that Mahomes actually won the MVP. I would have thought that it would have been the head of the officiating. Either way, though, good for Hurts. Ended up winning the MVP this season. But, again, it's kind of surprising that he finished second in Offensive Player of the Year to us. But that's neither here nor there. We'll still take that. Congratulations, Kansas City Chiefs, on your 37-34 victory. You guys totally deserve it. But anyways, let's advance. Let's actually see, did anyone retire that is of note? Stephon Gilmore, Bobby Wagner finally out of the league after 14 years. Nick Folk, I thought he was going to be kicking for another decade or so. And then, yeah, of course, a handful of other guys. Khalil Mack is out after 12 years. So again, a lot of guys that are pretty damn good players that are now out of the league, which means that offensively, we might have a better time because a lot of those guys were on defense. But anyways, let's advance the week. Let's get through all of this bureaucratic bullshit, and let's see what we're going to end up doing going into next season. So just looking at preseason, because again, I don't know if we're going to continue to go on into Season 3 with this, but if we do, I want to see where we're going to be at and what the beginning of next season is going to look like, along with the potential roster as well. I think that might actually help us make a more educated decision about what we want to do. And wow, our third coach in 3 years. That's great. Well, I did learn a lot from last year. That's great. Just like, we can't trust this team. And we are a bottom of the barrel team. But yes, let's turn the page. Plenty of new faces? Who? Can you please tell me who they are? Because we kind of need to build a rapport with them. Obviously, we want to build a little bit of chemistry with them. We know that actually makes a really big difference when we get out onto the field. Because we keep playing selfishly like we have the last 2 seasons. Obviously, we're not going to win. But I think as we get into this next season, if we do it, I think our main goal is not to set records. It's not to, necessarily have over 1,000 yards receiving, although if we do end up hitting our goal, I feel like we would have to have 1,000 yards receiving. But that's going to be to get into the playoffs. We need to win a lot more than that and actually see what the postseason is like in this. But for now, we're going to skip the preseason. I don't give a damn. Good luck against the Bengals. We'd only play like a snap there. And then we'll get a chance to see who our first couple opponents are going to be. As it looks like week 1 would be against the Buccaneers. And then week 2 against the Dolphins. Looks like we're not going to be having a divisional matchup until a little later in the season. But I'm okay with that. But again, I do want to look at the depth chart to see who we ended up bringing back and who's going to be new on the team. Brian Boyd, we drafted another rookie. But this guy comes out of the gate better than Mac Jones. He's an 80. It looks like he's the QB of the future. This might actually be interesting to me. Because again, we would be playing with, yes, a quarterback that is not played in the NFL, but a quarterback that comes out of the gate better than anyone we've played with in the last couple seasons. So maybe this is something that we do look at. Obviously, we still have Josh Jacobs. That's great. Wide receiver, it's us, Reed, Romeo, and Fitzsimmons, a second-year receiver. So not the most impressive receiver room, although we are a true number 1 now, which is great. Musgrave's only a 76. Our offensive line actually looks pretty decent, so we might actually be able to make a little bit of noise on offense. Our defensive line looks pretty decent. Jared definitely needs to be a little bit better. Linebacking crew could definitely use a little bit of improvement as well, but if we have a good secondary like we seem to have, then we might actually be okay. This team might actually be in the running for at least a wild card spot, but that's if we actually play the right way and not just call for the ball all the time and make sure that we actually put forth a good game plan to be able to win a majority of our games next season. But again, you guys got to let me know down in the comments, are we going to roll with him for one more season, go for season 3 and go for the postseason, or do we go with a completely different series? But let me know down in the comments and we'll figure out some way to move forward. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go down and drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.